Hello, everybody. This is Tylerpreston20,
Hola, amigos, just like Bomb.
and of course, we're going to talk about this Sonic the Hedgehog movie. So, both me and Just Like Bomb saw the movie at this theater, and it was packed actually. There was like a lot of adults and a lot of kids, and to our surprise, like the kids actually, were well behaved
Well,
because.
that's surprising to you because you hate children.
Oh, yeah, that too. But the main reason why I'm surprised how well behaved the children were was because practically almost all the screenings I went to with kids have been quite noisy all the time. When we went to see like the Toy Story 4 premiere, whatever, it was super loud and super noisy, and so
Kids were crying too.
yeah, exactly. So I was actually surprised just how well behaved the kids were for this screening for for Sonic the Hedgehog. But
I gotta say, I sat next to a child actually.
You did?
Yeah. Did you sit next to one?
There was like one across me. Yeah.
Well, there was one there next to me. I sat next to this girl, and she was just sitting there watching the movie like nothing else. She just about how she just said that she liked the film. That was it. Like nothing else. It was just like a regular experience.
I think the child that sat next to me was like a preteen, so it was not like little kids.
I think mine was like the one that's next to me was probably like 12 or something. Looked really young, maybe 9. I don't know.
Yeah, but even the kids that were below like the preteen years, they were actually well behaved.
Yeah, we had like one viewer and that one viewer left.
Oh, nice. But anyway, what are your thoughts about this movie?
Well, I mean, there's got a lot of hype going for this film ever since, they changed the design.
Yeah, because in the beginning, like everybody was just predicting like how this movie's gonna flop because of that awful, I do mean awful design that
it was like abominable. That's the best way to describe it. It was like they gave him realistic proportions. They gave him like small eyes, they gave him teeth, and it was like, what in the heck? Yeah, kill it with fire. Kill it with fire.
Yeah, but it was so bad that they actually, of course, people, and for a good reason, asked like Paramount Pictures, whatever, to change the design because it was that bad. And they actually listened to the fans.
Holy crap. Fans can actually give valid criticism?
They actually listened to the fans. They went back and they actually changed the entire design for Sonic.
Dun, dun, dun!
But I was actually surprised. They actually listened to the fans and changed the design. That was a shocker. Because usually, like, they don't actually listen to fans. But this one was an exception.
Well, I guess they wanted to make some money,
Yeah, so as soon as they released that trailer, like, everybody, myself included, felt obligated to see this movie.
Yeah, I was like, I don't care about Sonic that much. I mean, I played his games in Genesis, like, so long ago. But I don't care about any of his new games. I don't care too much about Sonic Riders or, like, that Sonic Generations. I don't care about any of those new Sonic games at all. But it's like, well, geez, they're putting that much effort in. I guess I might as well reward it.
Exactly. Because usually, like, everybody knows this by now. Most video game movies suck ass.
And I mean, I'm not going to speak for myself here because you never saw it. The Super Mario movie was...
I saw it when I was like a kid.
I saw it when I was a teenager.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, it was bad.
It was like that person was on mushrooms.
Exactly. Speaking about mushrooms, we're going to probably talk about more about how mushrooms are so powerful in this universe of Sonic the movie. But
why are they so powerful?
I don't know. Because they were smoking mushrooms making that movie. I'm just kidding. Anyway, but Super Mario Brothers was a really bad movie. Terrible.
Yeah, and Tomb Raider wasn't that much better either.
It was not that great for Tomb Raider. Silent Hill was actually, to my surprise, pretty decent. But everything else, like, of course, Super Mario Brothers, Tomb Raider, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter, they were all terrible.
Well, Street Fighter had some good memes.
I guess that's the only good thing from that movie.
Of course.
Of course, of course. But most of them were bad. This one actually stuck pretty well to the original source material. Like, I'm not familiar with the newer games. Like with just like Bomb here, I'm also familiar with the old school games from Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic 2, and Sonic and Knuckles and whatever.
You about Sonic Adventures?
Oh yeah, Sonic Adventures from the Dreamcast.
Or Sonic Advance for the GBA?
I never played that one. I only play like the ones from the Genesis,
Sonic Heroes,
and Sonic Heroes. And
yeah, I know
also,
about like those ones.
Yeah. So I actually have not had any experience with the newer Sonic games. So I'm coming from a perspective where it's like a casual, whatever. So I think, judging from what I know from the old games, I think it actually treats the source material pretty well.
Well, from your perspective,
Yeah.
as a normie, basically.
Yeah, like normally. But what do you think? Like, do you think it actually treat the game like the game?
Well, there's a lot of good references to the source material in there. Like, for example, like Sonic is like he does like a part with nunchucks, right? In the movie, remember that?
Yes.
He wears a headband. You notice what's on the headband?
What?
The Sonic logo's on it.
Oh.
Did you notice that?
No.
No, like if you pause the screen right when he does that thing. Remember the Sonic logo where he goes like nah, 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 with his finger like that?
Yes.
It's actually on his forehead.
Huh. I did not notice that.
Also, there's a part in the movie where Eggman fires missiles at him and he starts playing with the missiles, right?
Yeah.
And it plays the original soundtrack from the game.
Oh yeah, I did hear that actually.
Yeah, it's pretty cool stuff. And also there's cameo appearances in the film as well as things at the end that we can talk about later.
Also, even like before the movie started, I remember like it was the opening logo for Sega. We saw the original gameplay for Sonic and also these other Sega games. It was like Street of Rage and these other titles that I can't think right now.
Was it like that? What was that game, like that Beast kind of game?
Yeah, it was Altered Beast.
Yeah.
So they actually played a lot of tribute to like the older Sega games.
Oh yeah, and then there's the first world we saw. Like, let's get right into the action there. Like, we first see Sonic as a child and his kind of bubbly kind of figure, like I was in the original games.
Right, because
he was just like
it is like the same exact level design as the original game, like the first level.
Yeah, and he had like the whole loop thing going on.
Yeah.
Kind of cool.
Right. So the movie starts out with Sonic as a baby. Wait, before we even go to that, we kind of went a little ahead because the movie starts with him running from Eggman. Then it goes to that place.
Yeah, because films like to do that meta thing nowadays.
Yeah, it was like used for Deadpool also.
Yeah, I know. I love it.
Yeah, so
yeah, films like they think that if we just cut ahead to like the action part, you're gonna be like, well, geez, now I want to find out how that happens.
Right. It's like it's trying to pull like the audience attention. It's like almost gimmicky at this point, in a sense.
Oh yeah, well, if we were CinemaSins, I'd give a big ding.
Yeah. And even before like those films, there was also Pulp Fiction that also had like the non-linear storyline.
Pulp Fiction is backwards, man.
Yeah, everything was like the story.
It's not like cutting in the middle going there. It's like it's just backwards.
Like you have to figure out everything for Pulp Fiction because everything is like out of order.
So anything else you want to like discuss before we get to the nitty-gritty of things?
Okay, no, I don't think there's anything else I want to discuss. But we go into like, of course, him being a baby. He's like in the first level of the game. Then he freaking goes to like this house with this owl.
Yeah, there was an owl character called Longclaw.
And I guess she's supposed to be like the mother character or whatever.
Well, I can tell you from someone who just super casually reads the comics more than you do still. So I'm like, if you're like a 3 out of 10 fan, I'm like maybe 4 out of 10 fan. Maybe.
Okay.
If we're doing by ratings, of course, but Longclaw does not exist.
Really?
No, that's just entirely original.
Entirely original.
Well, then again, Sonic has multiple different, origins and locations where he comes from traditionally, but Longclaw, as far as I am aware, does not exist in the original source material.
Huh. You're right, because I don't even remember her like in those old games either. So it must be like a completely new character.
Yeah, I was supposed to say like not just from the games, but like from what I've read, because like the stuff I see, there's never a Longclaw.
Right. So, of course, there was
there's like this big plot point about how like Longclaw tells Sonic, you can't let anyone see you use your powers, or they're gonna want to have it. And of course, what does he do?
use his powers.
Right, and then they get attacked by bandits. And you know what kind of bandits they are? I think it was like echidnas, actually.
Huh.
Like Knuckles kind of people. Like I think that was echidnas that were attacking them.
I think so too. Now that you mention it, so he went to like this. They used like these rings to summon like the next world. Like so, he used the ring to go to Earth to just.
You just kind of skipped over what happened.
Oh yeah. She was
shot in the neck.
Shot in the neck. Yeah.
And then she stood there and basically got like a battalion squad to just fire on her while Sonic escaped as a baby.
Yeah.
It's kind of brutal for, the beginning, I gotta say.
Pretty brutal. But it's not, not as nearly as brutal like what happened with the Lion King.
All I can say is I'm glad Sonic didn't see that happen.
Right.
Because, I mean, jeez. I probably know the kids cried after that.
Yeah, like no kids in the theater was actually crying during that part when she got shot with the arrow.
Yeah. I'm sure she's dead.
Right. So, he goes to Earth.
12 years later.
And he just stays in this cave and has all these stuff, like a bean bag, like comic books. And
yeah, the Flash.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that. A lot.
And he just goes around like the whole entire neighborhood just trying to spy on people and not interact with them. He's like, oh, I got to be like a nickname, like Donut Man or whatever.
Donut Lord. Man, pay attention to these movies. But anyway, yeah, and he's bored, just sitting there shooting his traffic thing at turtles. Yeah, because I guess you gotta be pretty bored just sitting there. Let's see, he's married to this woman, and he's bored because his job is just watching.
Wait, then you're not talking about Sonic, you're talking about the police officer right now.
He's important, isn't he?
Yeah, the police officers. I just want to clarify because I think we were just talking about Sonic for one moment before he transitioned to that.
Okay, well, the police officer, whatever his name is.
Whatever his name was.
Yeah, see, this is bad. Like, I'm supposed to be the one who knows all this stuff, but dang.
Yeah, the police officer, he...
I think we'll just call him Donut Lord, man.
Donut Lord.
Yeah, like, not Star-Lord, Donut Lord. But, Donut Lord is just a bored cop. He feels like his life is just wasted looking over animals, and he wants to, save some lives. How convenient, right?
Right. And so...
yeah, so Sonic is just... He's just having, the time of his life. He's making fun of the crazy old guy in the neighborhood.
Yeah, apparently.
He's like an urban legend.
Yeah. It was like, oh my god, it's like crazy man, whatever his name was.
Like, I know you're out there. No, I'm not. Oh man, that was funny. And also, he likes donuts for some reason.
Yeah. So one day he was just playing a game of baseball by himself. He was playing the referee, he was playing the baseball players, and try to do like the street strike things, whatever, to get like the points.
That was equally cool and also depressing at the same time.
It's kind of sad.
Yeah, it's like on one hand, that is incredible. Him to move so fast he can play the entire game of baseball by himself, but also shows how lonely he is.
Right, and so
I want a high five, but I can't, or else I'm never going to be at peace.
Right, so for some reason he had like this sort of charge that made like the entire town just go black.
Well, you don't recognize that charge?
No, where's from?
You ever played the games, right?
I don't remember like the original game having like that charge.
Well, remember there's like power-ups in the game with electricity?
For the first game?
Pretty sure there was some.
Not for the first game, maybe I know that.
Game. There was power-ups. Search it up. It's a real thing.
Okay.
But yeah, there was like electric power-ups, and then there was like different types of shields and stuff, like fire stuff. Okay.
So he had like this flash of electricity, and it of course made the entire
Plus remember when Supersonic is kind of a thing too in the universe.
Oh god, that shows how much I know about this franchise.
Yeah, then he goes all Super Saiyan, except he's not a Saiyan.
Wait, he turns yellow?
You don't know about Super Sonic?
No.
You played Brawl, remember?
Yeah.
You played also Ultimate.
Oh my god.
And
but
you just never know.
I never even know. I haven't even played as Sonic for that game.
You.
Oh.
Okay, well, Sonic, he can glow with energy. Wait, do you know about the Hedgehog thing?
Yes.
Okay, well, you know about that much.
Okay.
You know about Sonic 06?
06. I heard it's supposed to be like the worst game in the franchise.
Yes, and everyone kind of agrees with that.
Okay.
But anyway, you know about Sonic, like when Black Knight?
The Black, yes, I know that one.
Okay, we're just refreshing your knowledge.
Okay.
But so Sonic can get energy like that, except normally it requires the Chaos Emeralds.
Oh, okay.
You know, those like kind of Dragon Balls, how they have those, you put them all together. Well, in this case, you get all the emeralds, and then Sonic goes Super Saiyan, glows yellow.
Okay. All right.
And Knuckles is one in charge of collecting all of them. He's like the protector of them.
Huh. Okay. I never knew that. Anyway.
It's not casual, but that's just bare minimum I know.
Okay. So, towns go black. Of course, the government.
Yeah, you didn't mention that he got depressed, started running in a circle all suddenly.
Yeah.
Well, actually, a square. He ran in a square because he was just so depressed and just took out the entire, like an EMP kind of thing.
Right. And so the government wants to get like freaking Eggman to just
because he's a genius.
He's like smarter than everybody else in the entire planet.
So smart that he can somehow control robots with like a freaking game device on his fingers. Like, you know, the old kind of game glove, the power glove, like kind of that.
Yeah.
He's like that kind of thing.
But Eggman, he's played by Jim Carrey.
Oh yeah, Ace Ventura, The Mask,
and also Dumb and Dumber, and oh man, and the Grinch.
Oh yeah, don't forget about the Grinch.
I don't care what people say about the Grinch. I think it's funny.
Yeah, nostalgia critic had a bad take on that. That dog kiss was perfect.
He was like the highlight for the whole movie for me, more than Sonic actually.
Blasphemy, but anyway.
if Sonic makes Jim Carrey like reboot for more movies, I'm all for it.
I'm assuming there's gonna be a trilogy they have planned or something. I'm just assuming.
But if they're gonna make a trilogy, it's necessary for them to have Jim Carrey again.
I guess this is a big comeback after so long.
Yeah, his calling was like just how he was born to play like the Grinch. He's born to play Eggman.
Oh, it's too bad he got Me Too already. Oh yeah, you know what? You know about the big controversy right now with Jim Carrey?
Oh what?
Oh yeah. A reporter was talking to him, asking if he had any big plans, and he's like, "Oh yeah, you." And now he's like considered creepy. And yeah, they're like, "Oh, Jim Carrey, you're supposed to be left and stuff, and you're saying stuff like this."
That sounds clearly like a joke, though. It sounds like it's like a silly joke. I know.
Yeah, but Tyler, jokes in 2020. What do you expect?
Okay, so Jim Carrey plays Eggman in this movie, and
yeah, and they try to cancel him now. He's canceled.
So, like, he's just absolutely hilarious as Eggman, just delightfully over the top.
Hey, Tyler, are you in charge here?
No.
No. Wrong. Nobody cares. Yeah, he's just full of personality. Typical Jim Carrey.
It's like, if you're a fan of Jim Carrey, you will love this movie. Oh my god, it's so fun. But anyway, they hire Dr. Eggman to find Sonic.
Oh yeah, they want to capture him or kill him. Whatever comes easier.
Yeah, or just dissect them.
Capture, kill, dissect. It's all part of the same thing.
So Sonic finds like Donut Lord's house. He freaking tries to get the rings.
Oh wait, you're a little bit. See, they are working with the army, and they're looking for him in the forest. Sonic needs somewhere to hide. We have to let them to find out about the rings. That's why he goes to the cabin or shed that Donut Lord has.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Donut Lord's original too.
Yeah, all of the human characters I figured are original.
Except Robotnik.
Yeah, except for like Eggman,
Yeah.
But he finds Sonic. They both scream.
Yeah, and then he got shot by a freaking gorilla tranquilizer.
Not gorilla. It was zebra. Whatever.
Zebra tranquilizer?
No, wait, elephant. Sorry, elephant.
Okay, well that makes more sense.
Yeah, elephant tranquilizer.
Yeah, and that's apparently, I guess, even with Sonic's insane reaction time, he still could not avoid that.
Yeah, it's like
he can just. He's basically Quicksilver and X-Men Apocalypse, or X-Men like Days of Future Past, like where he could just see everything in slow motion, and yet he got hit by that.
This is so strange.
I mean, I don't want to say that he should be able to dodge it, but he should be able to dodge it.
Right.
And not just that, but it's so convenient how he gets shot, and he hears the guy shouting, like, San Francisco, and he drops the ring, and then the rest of the rings fall in there.
Yeah. And so the remaining of the movie, he has to freaking find the rings in San Francisco on top of that building.
Yeah, some whatever place. What's it called in that place it fell on?
I don't even know the name of the building.
Some sort of tower or whatever.
Whatever.
But yeah, he gets knocked out, gets put in a cage. It's kind of funny that that the guy doing the accused him trying to abduct him and stuff. He's like, you abducted me. Yeah, because he put him in a cage and stuff. And, yeah, tranquilized him. But then of course Robotnik shows up, and he's like, I gotta remind you that harboring an illegal alien is against the law and stuff. And he starts to threaten him with all these different machines in his face. So dangerous.
Oh, there's like somebody from Spain. Hello from Spain. Hola, ¿cómo estás? ¿Todo bien? Okay. Let's see. It wasn't bad. We're talking about it right now. Okay. But anyway, it's like
So yeah, then Sonic saves his life, and then Eggman gets punched in the face. That's pretty cool. And then they escape on the road for a good minute. Then there's this big kind of plot issue I have though, because Sonic is moving at like 300 miles per hour, you know.
Yeah.
And he can cross to the Pacific Ocean in like 2 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
But he can't find San Francisco.
I
don't know. Is it just me, or does that just seem kind of off? Really?
I think.
I mean, I know
he was shot with the tranquilizer, so he can't.
And then remember, he went to got the fish.
Yeah.
So that can't work.
So if the tranquilizer did not work,
it worked earlier.
Yeah, it worked earlier, but it's just
it wore off apparently.
Yeah.
I mean, if they kept it was still like that, then I would be like, okay, fine, it makes sense. He can't run for some reason. We're watching a Sonic movie where he can't run. But anyway, the plot requires that they have to work together to get the rings back, but he honestly could just run there.
True, he could run there, but like he said, like, I don't know the direction to San Francisco.
Take him like 1 second to find a map.
Is that well? Exactly. He could just go to a freaking like a map. Can he not use like a GPS to just run and go with the GPS to San Francisco?
You know what you need? A cell phone.
Yeah, a cell phone.
You got a cell phone. Direction to San Francisco. Done.
Right.
But the plot requires him to not. I guess
it's like a road trip for him.
Oh yeah. You know, road trips are fun, but it just a road trip with the fastest creature alive seems like, I guess, that'd be too quick. So they're like, well, to extend the runtime, we have to make it so he does not know where he's going.
During the course of this road trip, however, it seems as though the Sonic's just like on full 80 HD.
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah, he's like a child, man, where he just cannot focus. He just keeps talking.
That was like one of the downfalls of the movie. Like, I know that Sonic's supposed to be like a smart ass and whatever, but it's like it just kept talking and just talking.
Yeah, it kind of is like I want to give him sympathy because I'd imagine 12 years of isolation would not be good for your psyche, but my goodness, man. It can get really grating.
But he was just going on and on. It's just like talking. They went to like what was it? That bar place.
Oh yes, they're on the run. Don't look accused of being a terrorist. You want to skip over that, Tyler?
Yeah. He was accused of being freaking a terrorist.
Yeah, because remember they attacked a government agent. He's harboring an alien.
Yeah.
He actually is a terrorist. But it's funny thing about it is that even though he's on the news and is accused of being a terrorist, he does not wear a disguise when he goes to that bar, does he?
Right.
And they still, even though he's a terrorist, they still have time to stop for gas and get drunk.
Yeah, they
get hotels.
Right. So he was at that bar. He had to freaking explain to Sonic what is a bucket list.
Yeah, because like Sonic is like, this is his last day on Earth. Basically, they're gonna go to San Francisco. He's gonna escape, and I guess Donald's gonna deal with being a terrorist for his life. He's gonna be on the run. But yeah, and then he's like, oh well, you should probably make a bucket list and the things you do before you die, but he doesn't know about the die part.
Right.
So it was like, oh yeah, well we're gonna have fun here, you know, and they do until they run into this big bald guy, and everyone thinks like what else serves your kind around here, and everyone's gonna be like, okay, is it because he's an alien? Actually, no, it's because you're a hipster. Oh man.
And then like this whole bar fight starts, and then like you see everything in slow motion what Sonic was gonna do. He was going to some guy with like toilet paper, have it all over
into a mummy.
Yeah.
You put like a freaking candle, I think, on someone's head or something.
Yeah. And then he freaking had like the bear on that big guy's head.
Oh yeah, that was, and then the Toro, that was just, it's really fun having slow motion sometimes like that.
The whole, like after he did all that in slow motion, like you see it in real time, it was hilarious.
Oh yeah. And like there was one part where Donald's about to get punched in the face, but in time resuming he's like holding a beer in his hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just incredible. So anyway, then they go to a hotel. He does some stuff like for 5 seconds to keep himself occupied. Talk about stuff. What were they talking about in that bedroom?
Well, he talks about like how he wanted to like find friends.
Yeah. He does not make a single friend apparently. Yeah, go to the Mushroom Land. Like it feels like Mushroom Land was like a big dig at Nintendo, doesn't it?
I think so too.
I mean, that place is full of mushroom people.
Right.
And the princess is called Princess Toadstool.
So he goes to this, like they both go to wait. It was like they had like a chase.
Oh yeah, they're on the road again and they're talking about things, and Lona was like, I want to leave Green Hill Zone. So I was like, why would you want to leave here? I was forced to leave from my place. I would never want to go anywhere.
Right. And then they get chased by Eggman with the robots.
Oh yeah, and they have a robot that turns into another robot, that turns into another robot, that turns into another robot.
Right. And
yeah, they have a tank that becomes like a freaking car that transforms into like a separate car thing that becomes like a small bug.
Right.
Yeah, Eggman, man, he does not quit. But that's the cool thing is that like they work together. I mean, they take out all the robots.
They freaking had like the robots go near like the windows in the front of the car with his laser, and the whole front of it just went off.
Yeah, and also there's a part where they're like fighting one of those robots, and Sonic is driving the car. I don't know why he's driving though. I mean, he's never driven a car before. Is that a reference to the Sonic driving game?
I think so.
Because I mean, it's like a Sonic Transformed Racing.
Yeah, I know about the Sonic racing game, so I'm guessing that's like a reference to that one.
I'm assuming so, because like I was like, otherwise, why would he let Sonic drive while he's attacking it?
Right. So anyway, they managed to escape from Eggman. They had like this little whatever robot on like the finger, and they were trying to get it off.
Yeah, it's an explosive.
explosive.
Yeah, and they just barely managed to get the thing off. That was intense, actually. Because it's like no matter what they did, it would not go off. It was going to explode.
Right.
That was cool.
It went on that rock and it exploded. And for a second there, like, of course, Donut Lord thought he was actually dead.
Yeah, there's like 2 different fake out deaths in this. But by the way, you forgot to mention there's like a single strand of Sonic hair.
Yeah, the Sonic hair.
Yeah, that Eggman managed to grab, and he uses that to power up all his new robots.
Right.
And it gives him super speed too.
Yeah, but before he even used the robots, like Sonic and also Donut Lord, they went to his sister-in-law's house.
Yeah, and apparently his sister-in-law just really, really hates Donut Lord. Just
really hate him.
Yeah, and I don't know why, but it's actually really amusing.
It was like one of the funniest parts in the movie too.
She's like, and then you see Sonic and she's like face like, yeah, she just sees him and just frightened.
There were actually plenty of moments where I thought it was legitimately funny. Really, it was like one of those moments.
Oh man, yeah, but and then Sonic gets his iconic shoes. That's pretty cool. It's like JoJo, like the daughter of the stepsister or whatever. No, the daughter of the sister-in-law.
Yeah.
She gets the shoes, and then it's like cool. Now it looks just like the Sonic from the original games. Yeah.
So anyway, so his name was still like the only one that did not actually freak out about the Sonic thing was, of course, his I'm not want to say like wife. Yeah, wife. Yeah,
I'm gonna say wife.
Yeah, wife.
They look like they're a couple.
Like a couple or whatever, like wife.
Yeah,
wife or girlfriend. So they freaking decided to help him out. I mean, she decided to help Donut Lord out.
Oh yeah, they go to the San Francisco building, whatever, and Sonic could run up the top of it and grab the rings. He could, right? But
they said like, "Oh, we're just going to go up to that building because there's a person who want to commit suicide."
You kind of skipped over a couple things.
Oh, what?
Well, there's the part where he can't go up the building because apparently there's a key card.
Yeah, the key card and also the bag.
Like so, Sonic tries to run up there. Apparently, he can't without a key card, even though he's shown it in the film that he can run up buildings.
Yeah.
So I don't know why he doesn't do that, but anyway, so then that happens, but they're like, we have a brilliant plan because I'm a cop. Donut Lord's like, I'll just, use my ID, get up there, and it works. But then Eggman's already waiting for them. And of course, since they're not immortal, Sonic's like, I gotta find a way to defend them. And how does he defend them? By pushing off a building. Yeah. I mean, I guess it makes sense. I mean, otherwise they would be dead by the missiles, definitely.
I guess that's...
Yeah, no, not I guess they would be dead for those missiles.
Yeah, from those missiles.
Don't say I guess, Tyler. If those missiles hit them, they are dead.
But it's like, it took a while for them to actually save those two.
It's not take a long time. Sonic is just taking his time.
I guess it's like really
moving so insanely fast you can't even tell.
You can't even tell.
Also, because Eggman has his new device now, he can keep up with Sonic's speed.
Right.
So that means even when Sonic moves to his like super hyper speed moment and all that stuff, he's still able to shoot him at him and stuff.
Yeah, so you still have to dodge during the slow motion parts. Yeah, and then also get the cup at the same time.
Yeah, so he manages to save them, luckily, before they drop and become a big puddle of blood on the floor. Because that would have been totally gross.
Yeah.
And not inappropriate for children. Luckily, but yeah, so there's this cool chase sequence I really like.
Okay, like someone says, like, adios, amigo. Okay, hasta luego.
Hasta la vista.
Hasta la vista. But going back to that chase part.
Yeah, I think the chase was really cool. I like where they were just like, they were on the wall of China, they were in Egypt. That was pretty cool. Let's see, I know I wish it was going a little longer there. That would have been really cool. Like just like constantly running and having him just like, no matter where you go, I'll always find you.
Yeah. He was. Yeah, it was Egypt. It was France. It was.
Oh yeah, France. Forgot about that place.
Yeah, Egypt, France. What else? China. Yeah.
And then it ended back into like whatever like Green Hill Zone again, because he managed to get blasted.
And so this part was pretty cool too. Like they had like
Oh yeah, well let's mention that Donut Lord managed to get a hold of those rings.
yeah, he got the rings, and he also got like a group of people trying to, you know.
Let's not jump ahead to that first.
Okay.
But so Sonic is gunned down. He's probably gonna die, but Donut Lord's like, I have these rings. I can just teleport to where Eggman's go right behind him and punch him again. And Eggman's like, why would you sacrifice your life for this creature? And he's like, oh, Sonic is more human than you could ever be. And I mean, and like, and everyone starts coming out of nowhere, like even that crazy old man with a chainsaw.
Of the chainsaw. That was like the funniest. Wow.
You know what would be even better? If he was a hobo with a shotgun. But yeah, everyone comes out to defend Sonic, and then when Donald calls him his friend, he gets transformed into Super Saiyan mode again. Well, not really Super Saiyan, but false kind of. And he's like, "I'm gonna defend my friends." And it's like just like a combo attack, basically, like you do in the original arcade, where you keep hitting Eggman multiple times in a row. And then Sonic's like, "You know what? I'm not leaving this planet. You are."
And he just puts him in like in that freaking.
Yeah,
ring.
like Donald Lord throws one of his rings to the Mushroom Kingdom, whatever, and Sonic just pushes him right in there. And yeah, that was fun.
And then, of course, supposedly it was the end, but it's not. Okay, someone else has another comment right here. What's up? I'm doing fine. How are you doing, man?
Oh, so yes. Let's see. Sonic now gets like his cave is moved to the attic of his house. That's pretty cool for him. The government goes up to Don Lord and his wife, girlfriend, and is like, as a reward for staying quiet about all of this, we're going to give you a discount coupon at Olive Garden.
It was only $50.
Okay, still.
It was like, you know, if it wasn't like the government coming to my house, giving me money for like this top secret, I want more than just all in government or whatever. Like I would want like, you know, maybe like hundreds of millions of dollars.
I mean, I'm thinking to myself, why doesn't the government care that Robotnik is apparently dead and that the alien's still out there? Why don't they care about that?
God, I don't even know.
I mean, I'm just thinking, you know, out loud here, but shouldn't that be kind of a priority to them since he was kind of the cause of the blackout?
Right. But anyway, he has his own like hangout place like upstairs in their house.
Yeah, cool stuff. And he finally has a family after all the stuff he went through in the movie.
Yeah, that was actually a sweet ending. Really.
Yeah, sweet. Okay, and then we get to the Mushroom Planet. And here's a little fun fact for you, Tyler. That Mushroom Planet first appears in Sonic and Knuckles.
Sonic, yeah, I remember it. Yeah.
Yeah, everyone hates that level, though.
Huh.
But, yeah, and Eggman is there. He's now bald. And his mustache has gone crazy. Crazier than yours.
You know, at that point in the movie, he legitimately looked like Eggman.
Yeah. Except it wasn't fat.
It wasn't fat. But, you know, my theory for the next movie is that since he's, like, in that planet for God knows how many years, he becomes fat from the mushroom.
Wow. Yeah.
But it sounds like a possibility, no?
I can see it happening.
Okay.
I can see the plot already. Like, they're probably going to make it so that Eggman is going to meet Knuckles and convince him that Sonic is evil, like in the video game.
Uh-huh.
And Knuckles is going to attack Sonic, and there's the perfect sequel right there.
Right. But then after that scene, there was like a second credit.
Don't forget about like the credits where they show like the 2D kind of.
Yeah, it showed like the 2D gameplay for Sonic games.
Yeah, the 2D gameplay with the updated models for Eggman and Sonic.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had like the new Eggman and his like new stuff attacking in the old version. It was really cool.
Right. And then after that brief thing, it was like that second post-credit scene. So the first one was like immediately after the movie ended, and then after that it was the credits, and then another post-credit scene was like a hint of like Tails for the next one.
Yes, we have Tails coming out of nowhere because he wants to find Sonic.
Yeah.
Because I guess they were friends or something.
Right. So, we covered the entire movie. What are your thoughts?
Just took us like 40 minutes to get to this point. I've said this before, and I'll keep saying it again. I think it was a 6.5. I mean, I've seen people say that it's really good. I think that it was okay. The price that I paid was worth it for the message more than anything. The movie itself, I think, it's above average, but I would say that I've seen better.
Yeah, I guess like if you compare like the bad video game movies, it's like the top one.
Yeah, if you're gonna compare it to the rest of the competition,
yeah,
I mean, it's like commendable that it didn't fall into those traps.
Right.
I mean, like, geez.
Ugh.
But I mean, like I said, I will say that it deserves the money it's getting more than any other film. I mean, like Wreck-It Ralph 2 did not deserve the money it got. It was terrible. Well, I'm gonna say it's terrible, but it was way better than Wreck-It Ralph 2.
Right. And so, for me, I would give it like a C minus. I thought it was funny in a lot of parts. It was definitely better than most video games movie I've seen. But like the thing that really kept it down for me is like how Sonic was just constantly on like ADHD.
Yeah, this is a couple things for me. It's like Sonic, like one talks too much. We already established that. Also, the plot is kind of stupid when it comes to that point where he literally could just run up to San Francisco.
Yeah.
They couldn't really solve that. If they could solve that issue, then it would be no problem. But
right.
And then there's the part where like there's like no consequences at all. And I mean, maybe I shouldn't expect consequences because it's I guess aimed towards children. But it would be way more interesting if the fact that he became a terrorist, that Donald was a terrorist, was kind of important to the plot.
All right.
I mean, just think about how much more interesting it would be if it was kind of more like he had to try to be secretive about what he was doing.
Right, he was just casual. He was like nothing like ever happened.
Yeah, and it had a happy ending too. I mean, I like the happy ending. It was a good happy ending for everyone involved. But he was on TV for harboring a fugitive alien. I mean, there's no way.
Like no way they would actually, end him without any consequences from that.
I mean, I know, I'm overthinking this, but I can't help but feel like that's no way that's happening.
Like if it was like real life, he'll probably go to jail or something.
I mean, shoot, at least the government should, like, I don't know, if anything, they would like blame like, oh yeah, this terrorist guy, he's responsible for Eggman's dying because I mean Eggman worked for the government. They're okay with him just vanishing off to another planet. They're okay with that.
But let's talk about something that's related to this movie that's not plot based and not critique based. I'm talking about this whole strange, odd controversy with like Birds of Prey versus Sonic for some reason.
Well, there's already it's not the new Sonic. I mean, like they had the same kind of controversy with freaking Joker not too long ago.
Yeah, like how it's supposed to inspire violence, whatever.
Birds of Prey, it was like apparently Birds of Prey, women empowerment, Joker, something about inspiring incel violence, even though nothing about that at all. Actually, it's about a guy who does not like being treated badly by society and wants people to be more empathetic, but whatever.
Right. So
now they're at their Sonic because Sonic is earning all the money and they're so mad.
Like, what were the claims were like against Sonic? Was that it support like homophobia, or whatever?
Apparently, the first 10 minutes had homophobia, and also it supports all right. And the Jim Carrey stuff just added onto that.
How like we both saw the movie together. How was it like?
There was no political, really.
Yeah, it's not even political.
There was like none of that at all.
Yeah,
but I was mad so.
And also homophobic. Like, how was there wasn't even no gay jokes in that movie?
Because I'm eating hot dogs.
Oh my god. That was pretty good. Oh. Okay, that was good. That was.
Yeah, they did the exact same thing with like Alita Battle Angel too. You know,
Wait. What did they do with her?
they had Captain Marvel up against
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, the same thing was like, oh yeah, that movie is gonna inspire like freaking alt-right people. And it's apparently terrible because a woman wants to look attractive. They're like everyone's body shaming Alita. They're like, why would a robot want breasts? Yeah, like this. Everyone is like, well, not everyone, but these people, man, they are so nuts for these movies.
Right, and also for the case of Birds of the Prey, I heard that it's doing really bad at the box office. So bad.
It is a failure on so many accounts. And the thing about it is, Margot Robbie Studio is the one who's responsible for this, so they're looking real bad right now in front of Warner Brothers.
Right, it was so bad they even changed the name from Birds of Prey to Harley Quinn Birds of Prey.
Well, that's the thing. They shouldn't make a Harley Quinn movie and call it Birds of Prey. And I mean, speaking as someone who's about the material, Birds of Prey is supposed to have Barbara Gordon as well, and they didn't even have her. And then they messed up on like Orphan or Black Bat. They messed up on her because she's supposed to be raised to be an assassin, and they made her kind of like, that Asian actress in the woman who does not look like she's athletic at all, basically.
Okay.
Yeah, they just miscast that entirely. And also they kind of race swapped like Black Canary apparently. I didn't even really follow that movie. I didn't care at all.
Yeah, like when I saw the trailer, I didn't care either. It was like
I was like, whatever. I mean, so boring to me.
Yeah, it looked pretty boring. And in general, I don't even follow like the Marvel, like not Marvel, sorry, DC movies.
DC Comics.
DC comics. What are they thinking with that freaking logo? It's so fucking redundant. It's so like, who would just name a company DC Comics? Fuck.
No, it's Detective Comics.
Yeah. Anyway, those movies are pretty bad anyway, so that's why I just ignore it. So. It's not because I'm a sexist guy. Sorry.
Yes, he is. He's sexist and he's secretly racist.
Yeah.
He has an agenda against black people. He hates himself.
Yeah.
That's why he makes videos against Black Lives Matter. That's why he makes videos against the freaking, like, whatever Chelsea's like thing on Netflix.
It was like against white privilege.
Yeah, like whatever event. That's why, because he secretly hates. He has like the impression, like part of his DNA.
Okay, but anyway, that controversy. Like, also, do you think it's because of the rating of the movie? Like, I know Sonic is like PG, the other one is rated R. So you think that the rating might also make a difference to why it's failing?
I think that the rating. I'll put it this way: if it wasn't rated R, more people who claim to be fans of her, they might have gotten to see it. But like, because of the fact that people who are probably like teenagers who I guess would want to support it, they can't go because like they have to have their parent with them, and their parent probably doesn't want to see this movie either.
Right. There's like, of course, it's been established that, of course, Deadpool is not for kids at all. It's like for.
But then again, you got to point out that Joker made $1 billion still.
Right.
So I don't know. R-rated can still make $1 billion.
Like, it was like, of course, the most money, of course, was like it. It was also Deadpool and what else? Deadpool, Joker, like you said. But as
every single Marvel movie, basically.
But like I'm talking about like R-rated movies, not.
Okay, well,
yeah.
You have me there.
Yeah. But those are like the highest grossing R-rated movies. There's also Deadpool 2. Again, it's mostly Deadpool or Joker or whatever, or like the It movies, the Killer Clown movies.
Yeah, you and Killer Clown then. Anyway, I think we're done.
Yeah, I think we covered everything. We covered like the controversy with Birds of Prey and the freaking Sonic the Hedgehog.
You know, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this one last thing. I'm gonna leave.
Okay.
I'm gonna say this one thing. We live in a timeline where Birds of Prey earns more than I mean, actually, though,
It earns less.
Wait. We live in a timeline where Sonic the Hedgehog earns more than Birds of Prey and has a higher rating than Star Wars Episode 9 Rise of Skywalker. We live in that timeline.
Yeah, because everybody was just predicting like the Sonic movie was gonna do so bad because of that first design.
Yeah, I know. Just like Bomb Out.
And of course, Tylerpreston20 out, and I'll see you guys later.
生きるリバサイガスの吹き溜まりはまっちまったやつほど口が悪いここじゃ成功ってやつ雲隠れ俺たちの未来と空の色分け